They walk among us, silent echoes of the past, watchers in the dark, protectors and tormentors. For thousands of years, humans have believed in spirits, but not all ghosts are the same. In folklore across the world, they fall into distinct classes, each one with its own behavior, its own purpose, and its own terrifying story. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're uncovering the 6 traditional classes of ghosts that appear in legends, superstitions, and eyewitness accounts. From echoes of forgotten battles to spirits who answer when you call their name, let's step beyond the veil. Stay until the end, because one class of ghost may be closer to you than you think. Part 1: Residual Ghosts. Residual ghosts are the recordings of history. They don't see you, they don't hear you. They're trapped in a loop, repeating the same scene again and again, like a video that never stops playing. In folklore, people describe them as stone tape hauntings. The idea is simple. Events charged with powerful emotion, battles, murders, tragedies, leave an imprint on the land itself. At certain times, usually at night, these recordings play back. One famous example is the Battle of Edgehill in England, 1642. Witnesses claimed they saw ghostly armies fighting in the fields years after the real battle ended. Soldiers locked in combat, cannon fire in the distance, and phantom cries that faded into silence. Residual ghosts remind us of humanity's darkest memories. They aren't dangerous, but imagine walking through your hallway and suddenly seeing a figure walk straight past you, not acknowledging you, disappearing into a wall. That's a residual haunting, a memory that refuses to die. Part 2: Intelligent Spirits, the Conscious Dead. Unlike residual ghosts, intelligent spirits know you're there. These are the souls of the dead who linger, and they can respond. Folklore is filled with stories of the conscious dead. They appear in dreams, knock on doors, or answer questions through mediums. In Greece, they called them psyche. In Japan, they're yurei. And in nearly every culture, people pray, perform rituals, or even offer food to these spirits, hoping to calm them. One chilling example comes from St. Louis, 1949. The real case that inspired The Exorcist. Witnesses described objects moving by themselves, words scratched into the boy's skin, and a presence that seemed to react to every prayer. This wasn't a replay. It was something alive, aware, and possibly angry. But not all intelligent spirits are hostile. Many are reported as comforting presences, a grandmother's perfume in the room, a father's voice whispering advice. These encounters suggest that the bond between the living and the dead doesn't always end with death. Intelligent ghosts show us the possibility of connection or confrontation. They're the ones who might look you straight in the eye. Part 3: Poltergeists, the Noisy Spirits. Poltergeist. The word means noisy ghost in German, and folklore has feared them for centuries. Unlike quiet spirits, poltergeists are known for chaos. They slam doors, throw objects, break glass. In some cases, they even scratch or push people. One of the most famous cases is the Enfield poltergeist in London, 1977. Furniture moved on its own. Toys flew across rooms. Knocks echoed on walls. Investigators from the Society for Psychical Research claimed to witness it firsthand. Even police officers signed statements saying they saw chairs moving. Some theories suggest poltergeists aren't actually spirits at all, but unconscious psychic energy from humans, especially children under stress. Folklore, however, describes them as malicious entities, drawn to anger, fear, and suffering. Imagine sitting alone, and suddenly the lights flicker. A glass slides across the table. You laugh nervously, but then something unseen hurls it against the wall. That's not a residual ghost. That's not a comforting ancestor. That's a poltergeist. the class of ghost that turns your home into a battlefield. Part 4. Shadow Figures. Shadow figures. Unlike other classes, these spirits don't appear as glowing apparitions. They're black silhouettes, human-like, but featureless, always lurking just beyond the corner of your eye. Folklore describes them as harbingers of dread. Unlike residual ghosts or intelligent spirits, shadow figures rarely communicate. Instead, they watch. Some cultures believe they are souls trapped between worlds. Others say they're malevolent entities, not human at all. Thousands of people worldwide report the same experience, waking up in bed, unable to move, while a tall shadow figure stands in the room, sometimes with glowing red eyes, sometimes wearing what looks like a hat. This overlaps with the folklore of sleep paralysis demons. In Newfoundland, they call it the Old Hag. In Japan, Kanashibari. In every culture, the experience is the same, a shadow that brings overwhelming terror. Are they spirits of the dead or something older, something darker? No one knows. But shadow figures represent the unknown side of the ghostly spectrum, the watchers in the dark. Part 5. Crisis Apparitions, Ghosts of the Moment. Crisis apparitions are perhaps the most beautiful and heartbreaking class of ghost. These spirits appear at the very moment of death, often to loved ones far away. Imagine a soldier on the battlefield. At the same time, thousands of miles away, his mother wakes up in the night and sees him standing in her room. He says nothing. He fades away. Hours later, the telegram arrives. Folklore is filled with stories like this. In the 19th century, the Society for Psychical Research collected hundreds of accounts of people seeing loved ones at the moment they died. Unlike poltergeists or shadows, crisis apparitions are not terrifying. They are farewells. A final act of love before passing into whatever comes next. Some call it coincidence. Others call it proof that the soul travels faster than death itself. Either way, crisis apparitions remind us of the strongest force in folklore, the bond between the living and the dead. Part 6. Guardian Spirits, the Protectors. Not all ghosts haunt, some guard. Guardian spirits are the ancestors, family members, or even unknown protectors who stay close to the living. In folklore, they are called upon in rituals, honored in shrines, and thanked in prayers. In many Asian traditions, families keep ancestor altars, believing their loved ones protect the household from illness, bad luck, or wandering evil spirits. In European folklore, guardian ghosts are often described as a presence that warns of danger, like a whisper urging you to take a different path. There are countless modern stories of people being saved by invisible hands. A stranger pulls them back from traffic, only to vanish. A dream warns them not to take a certain flight, which later crashes. Guardian spirits remind us that not all that lingers is frightening. Sometimes the dead stay not to torment, but to guide. Residual echoes, intelligent souls, chaotic poltergeists, shadow watchers, farewell apparitions, and guardians of the living. The 6 traditional classes of ghosts reveal something about ourselves. They embody our fears, our grief, our hope, and our unbreakable connection to those who came before us. Whether you believe they are real spirits or psychological manifestations, their stories have haunted humanity for centuries and will continue long after we're gone. So next time you hear a whisper in an empty room or feel a presence when no one is there, ask yourself, which class of ghost just paid you a visit? If you enjoyed this journey through folklore, hit that like button, subscribe for more haunted history, and share this video with someone brave enough to watch it in the dark. Until next time, keep your lights low and your curiosity high.